one that people will either like if you haven't seen this, I think you will either think this is like the coolest thing ever or hate it. I'm like torn a little bit on it myself because idea is interesting, but I also do think it's like a crock shit. Is the man that says if you play the films backwards and forwards at the same time over top of each other, that it was like the quote unquote the way it was meant to be seen, which is definitely not true. Like
Yeah.
that part I know is not true.
No.
Uh, it is interesting. It's a very cool experiment. I think it's like it's a cool idea for like an art installation or an experience. And that doesn't mean that you can't pull meaning from it, but they talk about in the movie, how much of this was meant to be interpreted a certain way and how much of it is thereafter, like aside from Kubrick's intent. And that's definitely something that, as master of detail as he is, I don't think Kubrick would ever sit down and make a film that was supposed to be overlaid with itself playing in forwards and reverse at the same time.
So here's the reason why I know for a fact, and people can let me know their thoughts in the comments or tweet at us or whatever. But Kubrick was known to let his actors just go for hours until they got a line right or they did something that was a little bit off script. So with him directing like that, there's no way to have that many like parameters in
Right.
place to make the ending
Right.
and the thing flow because he would have not known. I mean, he knows where he's going, but he doesn't necessarily know how he's going to get there. And there's no way that Kubrick would
Yeah.
have been like, this is how. He wasn't like that. He was very like, if you didn't get it right, do it again. He didn't tell you how to act. He wasn't an acting coach. He's very, very well
Right.
spoken in that. He's not an acting coach. So I think there's no way that he would have been like, I want this to play the same way backwards.
He would really have to lord over the performances to get
Mm-hmm.
exactly, down to the minute, and the editing that would take